away from the ball as Sean Salner was holding on to Mike Carlson. So the first foul of the game is whistled against Salner. His first, Apollo's first. Inbound on the far side at the hash mark belongs to Gabe Dahl, and he triggers it into Kip Sparby. Kip dribbling up on top between the circles, backing in on the dribble, working against Larson. Feeds it on the right wing for Carlson, who's had a couple of good games in a row. Now Sparby bobbles the pass, but hangs on up on top, feeds right wing for Dahl. Gabe cutting across the circle, bounce pass to Hondo outside the arc on the left side. Man-to-man out on him is Baines. Now Hondo picks up his dribble, feeds down low. Gabe Dahl, and he banked it in. Good luck to Dahl on the block, who was posting up. He's in the books, and the Spartans lead it 2-0. Up on top, Aaron Larson feeds left wing. It was intended for Keyser, but tipped out of bounds by Boyd. Oh, and they're going to give the ball to ROCORI. That's a bad call. That ball was definitely tipped by Mike Boyd. Spartans get the benefit of the first break in the ball game on a very bad call on an out of bounds. Man, Boyd stepped out, tipped that ball out of bounds. Keyser never came close to touching it again. Boyd, bounce pass high post for Dahl. Back up on top, Boyd. Drives by Keyser in the lane. Runner from 8 rolls in. Nice soft touch by Mike Boyd, who's averaging 17+ a ball game. 4-0, ROCORI on top, a minute into the ball game. Larson feeds on the left wing for Baines. Found Keyser down low, and he made the reverse layup. Good luck by Reese Baines to hit Paul Keyser flashing across the bottom of the lane. His reverse is good, and it's 4-2 ROCORI. Dahl in the backcourt. Comes across against half-court pressure, leaves it up on top now for Sparby. Paulo has dropped back into, it looks like about a 2-3 zone, maybe a 3-2 zone the way they've got it extended. On the right side, Boyd. Up on top, Dahl. Left wing, Sparby. Way out, 25-footer. Oh, that one rimmed out. Boyd tapped the rebound, but out of bounds, and it will go over to Apollo. Sparby, about 25 feet out, wasn't able to hit the shot, and then Boyd, who was battling Tom Paterka for the rebound, tipped it out of bounds. Right wing pass now is caught by Baines. Up on top, Salner drives past Hondo, had the ball tipped away by Dahl, and back the other way come the Spartans. Nice defensive play by Gabe Dahl. Boyd on the right side, 17-footer, rimmed out. Hondo rebound, put back short, tapped up and off, and the rebound is controlled by no one, and finally Apollo. Reese Baines finally tracked it down on the floor. 2 minutes in, 4-2, ROCORI on top. Aaron Larson dribbling between the circles. Fine football player. Great wideout for the Apollo football team, and he's bumped up on top, and the foul is whistled by on Gabe Dahl. That is Gabe's first. First on the Spartans. Both teams with 1 on the board now. 5:57 remaining first quarter, and it's 4-2 ROCORI on top. Far side inbound in the front court for the Eagles. Comes in on the bounce to Larson. Left side Keyser looked at the 3, didn't take it. Dribbled it once, picked it up, and feeds up on top now for Larson. Aaron standing between the circles, high above his head, takes one dribble, left wing pass for Baines. Three-pointer won't go. Bounced around and came out, and Boyd pulls down the rebound. Feeds it ahead to Sparby as the Spartans push the floor. Sparby up on top. Now he leaves it further out for Mike Boyd. Now back to Sparby, back to Boyd up on top with Keyser on him. Mike feeds it left wing for Mike Carlson. Outside the arc, now back to Boyd. Looked at the 3, didn't take it. Drives it by Keyser. Stops in the lane. Now cuts through traffic. 10-footer is too hard. Hondo backside rebound. Put back good. Danny Hondo is averaging almost 6 points a ball game with the putback bucket. 6-2 ROCORI. Keyser has it on the right wing. Feeds it up on top now for Larson. Aaron Larson has it between the circles, directing traffic. Now cuts by Dahl down the lane. Feeds it right side Paterka. 17-footer is long, over the top of everything and out of bounds, and the ball goes over to ROCORI. 3 minutes into the ball game, 6-2 Spartans. Central Lakes Conference basketball here on Oldies 94.9. Emmett Keenan with you from ROCORI. Kip Sparby dribbling in the backcourt, now crosses the lane, ping-ponging with the left hand. Up on top, Hondo. Cross-court pass for Boyd. Mike goes further on the left side now for Sparby. Gives back to Boyd, cutting down the lane. Tries to wrap around, won't go. Battle for the rebound, and it's cleared away by Baines for Apollo. Baines averaging about 5 boards a ball game. Now Larson up on top, feeds right side Paterka. Cut off on the baseline by Carlson. Lobs it way up on top, and he threw it away. Out of bounds. Turnover Apollo. And ROCORI will inbound at the timeline. Gabe Dahl gets it into Kip Sparby now. Sparby into the forecourt. Dribbling between his legs with Larson on him. Feeds left side for Carlson. Carlson cuts it down the lane, kicks it out for Sparby. Three-pointer is short off the iron, and the rebound is cleared by Salner. Salner tracked down the rebound in the corner. Now he's stolen away by Sparby. Kip Sparby hawking and steals it away. Cuts it through the lane. Layup won't go. Got his own rebound. Putback won't go. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Last touch by Apollo. It'll stay with ROCORI. Sparby had 3 opportunities. Couldn't get any to go. Thought he might have been fouled underneath. He's a little bit angry. Now he gets a smile on his face, and he'll trigger the inbound. In the corner for Dahl. Gabe's three-pointer, short off the iron, and the rebound is cleared by Baines. Reese Baines with another rebound, and he hands it off to Aaron Larson for the Eagles. Larson into the forecourt on the left-hand dribble. Crosses over to the right side now. Feeds to Keyser. 18-footer, good. Paul Keyser hits the shot. That's got to make the Eagles feel pretty good as Keyser hits the outside jumper after being 1 of 17 from the three-point line, 1 of 21 on the season from outside the arc. He was 1 of 17 against Tech. 6-5 is the score. Now, they ruled that a three-pointer. I thought Keyser had stepped inside the arc. They put 3 up. I thought it was only a 2. On the left side with it is Voigt. Down low, Hondel on the block. Double team, kick out for Voigt. Up top, Sparby. Kip drives it down the lane. Underhand layup. Good strong move to the basket by Kip Sparby. 8-5 is what they have on the board. I thought Keyser was definitely inside the arc. Now Larson. His pass is tipped away by Sparby. Here he comes 2-on-2 with Voigt. Feed ahead to Mike. To the rack, and he laid it in, and he was fouled by Baines. Mike Voigt took it right to the hoop, and he was fouled. We'll have to give Keyser the three-pointer because that's the way they have it up on the board. Changes now for the Eagles as Brent Schlow will come into the ballgame, and also Jeff Stevie and Reese Baines and Tom Paterka will sit down. That is Baines' first personal. Now they ruled the foul against Salner, but Baines was the only one down there. Baines was definitely playing defense on Voigt. Free throw is up and good by Voigt. So Mike has 5 points. 11-5, Spartans on top. 3:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Larson feeds it on the right wing. Now back up on top it comes for Salner. Feed down low, and Paterka was fouled as he received the entry pass down on the block. It'll go against Voigt. That's Mike's first. 2.5. Inbound from the baseline by Larson. Gets it into Keyser on the left side. He'll launch a 3. That one short off the iron. Battle for the rebound. Loose on the floor, and Carlson comes away. Feeds it ahead to Dahl. Gabe was 1 on 3, so he wisely waited for his teammates to catch up. Brings it back up on top between the circles on the dribble. Sparby, left wing. His 3 is short off the iron. Long rebound on the floor is tracked down by Mike Carlson. Good hustle by Mike to keep the ball alive for ROCORI. Right side, Voigt. Outside the arc with Keyser on him. Bounce pass down low. Hondo moves on the block and puts it home. Dan Hondo with a nice move along the baseline. He has 4 points. ROCORI's up by 8 at 13-5. Aaron Larson dribbling on the left side up top. Now beats Dahl down the lane. Runner from 5 is short, and the rebound is cleared by Hondo. Here come the Spartans back the other way. Dahl pushes it ahead down the right side for Voigt. Voigt to the baseline. Triple teamed in traffic. Lost the ball. Loose on the floor now. Battle for it there. And finally, Hondo comes away with it, and he's fouled by Aaron Larson. All kinds of traffic down low. Mike Voigt actually came down on top of the basketball. And then finally, on the loose ball, Aaron Larson fouled Dan Hondo. Eric Boucher is going to check into the ball game for the Spartans. That's Larson's first. 3.5 on Apollo, and an inbound on the far side coming for the Spartans. Boucher replaces Voigt, who will sit down and take a rest after coming down hard on that ball. 2:15 remaining first quarter. 13-5, ROCORI on top. Zone now by the Eagles. Right side, Carlson. 21-footer for 3 is off the iron. Hondo, backside rebound, put back good, and one coming. Danny Hondo with a great backside rebound, put it home, and was fouled. That'll be Aaron Larson's second personal, so he'll come out of the ball game quickly as Nick Hansgen, the 6'2" sophomore, will check in. Hondo has 6 points in the ball game already. Dan came in averaging just under 6 points a game. He scored 16 points in 3 ball games. Is that right? No, he scored 17 points in 3 ball games. Free throw is up and good. So Dan Hondo is now 8 of 10 on the season from the free throw line. He has 7 points in the ball game. 16-5, ROCORI by 11 with 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Keyser on the left wing. Bounce pass up high for Hansgen. He hands it off now to Stevie. He cuts down the lane, banks it home, and he was fouled by Boucher. Jeff Stevie with a good strong move to the hoop, gets the bucket, and he'll get a free throw. It'll be on Boucher, his first, the 3.5 on ROCORI. And at the line to try to complete the three-point play is 6'1" senior Jeff Stevie of the Eagles. Free throw is up, rims out, no good. Batted out of bounds. Last touch by ROCORI. It'll stay with Apollo. Spartans were the last to touch it. Andy Schneider now will check in for Apollo, 6'1" senior, and he'll give Aaron Larson a rest. So Sean Salner and Paul Kieser, the only starters remaining on the floor. Inbound from the baseline, comes up on top where it's caught by Stevie. Right side for Kieser. Dribbles across the key area all the way to the left side. Stops there, looks inside for Salner. He's double teamed. Up on top it comes now to Hansgen. Feet on the right side for Stevie. One dribble, bounce pass down low, Salner. Turn move on Hondo, won't go. He was fouled on the drive. It counted, it went down, but it won't count, as Salner with the spin move was fouled by Hondo before he took the shot. That's Danny's first. 4.5 now. Mike Carlson will take a rest, as coming on is Nate Willenbrink for the Spartans. Here's a long inbound. It's away from everybody, and here comes Boucher on the break, and he missed the shot. Eric Boucher missed the shot, and then Dan Hondo picked up the foul on the offensive rebound. Bodies crashing everywhere, and they blow Danny Hondo for his second personal. That's 5.5 on ROCORI, and now Dan will have to sit down as Mike Boyd comes on. Good job. Backcourt inbound for Apollo. So Dan Hondo picks up his second personal with 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Danny has 7 points on the night. 1.5 remaining first quarter, 16-7, ROCORI by 9. Up on top with it now is Schneider. Feeds it in the left corner for Kieser, but it was batted out of bounds by Mike Boyd before it could get there. The Eagles will inbound from the near sideline. Jeff Stevie will trigger it in. Gets things going and lobs it up on top now for Schneider. On the right side for Kieser. Kieser drives to the baseline, cut off there, and a foul called on Boucher. They're going to call Boucher for blocking once he got down to the baseline. That'll be Eric Boucher's second personal. And the 6.5 now on the Spartans. So after we get the inbound, it'll be free throws the rest of the half here for Apollo. Kieser off the inbound, three-pointer off the glass, won't go. Got his own rebound, cuts it down the lane. His runner is short, and the rebound is cleared by Voigt, and then he is fouled underneath by Stevie. Jeff Stevie reaching in on the rebound got Mike Voigt. Stevie's first and the 5th in the half on Apollo. 16-7, ROCORI on top with 1:10 remaining here in quarter number 1. Gabe Dahl has it, lobs it cross court for Sparby, still in the backcourt. Now back to Dahl in the forecourt. Gabe dribbling on the right wing, bounce pass right side, caught by Willenbrink. Up on top for Dahl, left side Sparby, left corner Voigt. Looked at the three, didn't take it, bounce pass back to Sparby. Cut through traffic, kick out for Voigt. Three from the corner is short off the iron, backside rebound is cleared by Willenbrink. Spartans keep it alive, up on top for Sparby. Kip back in the corner for Nate Willenbrink, back to Kip on the right wing, cross court skip pass for Voigt. Looked at the three, didn't take it, now Dahl has it up on top. Cross court for Willenbrink, and he laid it up and off, and then a foul on the rebound is going to go against Jeff Stevie. A great cross-court look by Gabe Dahl to get Nate Willenbrink down low on the backside. Nate missed the shot, but then he was fouled on the rebound by Stevie. That is Stevie's second, 6.5 on Apollo. And an inbound coming for the Spartans. After this inbound, both teams to the free throw line for the remainder of the first half. Sparby will inbound. Up on top for Willenbrink. Further out for Gabe Dahl, down to 35 seconds in the quarter. Sparby on the right side. Now dribbling there. Apollo in a 2-1-2 zone. Looks like the Spartans will go for one shot with 25 seconds on the clock. Now Dahl has it up on top. Back to Sparby. Down to 20 seconds on the clock. Apollo will drop back a little bit in the zone. Down to 18. Dahl has it up on top. Back to Sparby on the right side as they play catch. Now Kip starts to move. Back to Dahl up on top. Left side for Voigt. Back to Dahl. Back to Voigt on the left wing. Three-pointer is short off the iron. Sparby rebound. Put back good. Kip Sparby got in position. Here come the Eagles with 2 seconds. A half-court shot off the glass and almost in time. And then just before the start of the second half, ROCORI sophomore coach Gary Disco will join us and talk about the first half and look forward to the second half here on Oldies 94.9. Apollo starts trailing by 11. Salner cuts it down the lane, and he laid it in, and he was fouled. Foul is called on Gabe Dahl. No, they're going to call the offensive foul on Salner. Let's see what the call is. No basket. They're going to call Salner for the charge before he ever got the shot off. That's a tough call. Whether or not it was a charge was one thing, but you got to believe he triggered the shot. Player control foul on Sean Salner, and Eric Boucher, Stevie, Kieser, Salner, Hansgen, and also out on the floor is Andy Schneider. Here come the Spartans into the forecourt, leading by 11. On the right wing, Hondo. Feeds it up on top now for Voigt. Left side for Sparby. Sparby looks at the shot, now drives the baseline. Wraparound pass for Dahl was batted away and stolen away by the Eagles. Stevie, who Gene Kessler said might be the Eagles' best defensive player, came away with the steal. Keyser has it up on top now, working against Voigt. Bounce pass on the left side, caught by Schneider. Schneider to the baseline, stops there, kicks it out for Hanskin. Couldn't handle it, got it back, bounces it right side Keyser. Faked the three, took one dribble, feeds it on the left side for Stevie. Now on the left wing, Schneider, cutting through the lane, now backs it out on the dribble on the arc. Starts it to the baseline, brings it up on top for Zollner. It was batted away by Handel, and it comes right to Gabe Dahl. Here come the Spartans off the turnover. On the left wing, Voigt. Up on top for Sparby. Kip lobs it in the lane for Handel. Had it tipped away down there by Hanskin, and it comes away to Apollo. Pretty good defensive play by Nick Hanskin. Back the other way come the Eagles. Keyser bumping up on top with Voigt. On the left wing, it comes now for Schneider. His three-pointer is good. Andy Schneider hits the triple. 18-10. Now ahead to Carlson down the floor. Lost it, got it back in traffic, banked it too hard, and then a foul on the rebound. And I think that's going to go against Mike Voigt, and that'll be his second as he went up over the back. No, it's going to go against Danny Handel. Foul is going to go against Handel down low, and that is his third foul. Handel picks up his third. The 7th in the half on ROCORI, so we'll walk to the other end for free throws. 6:13 remaining in the first half, and Nate Willenbring will have to check back into the ballgame now, and I'm sure Dan Hondo will sit down with 3 personals. Other changes now for Apollo as they send multiple players in. Reese Baines is back in. Aaron Larson will come back in after Jeff Stevie is done shooting free throws, after Andy Schneider is done shooting free throws. Tom Paterka is back out there, as is Sean Zollner out there and Paul Keyser. So after the free throws and after Larson gets back in the ball game, the starting 5 will be on the floor. Free throw by Schneider is good. He has 4 points, chance to make it 5, and he could pull Apollo back within 6. ROCORI's biggest lead in this ball game has been 11 at 18-7. Second free throw is no good off the back iron. Rebound loose on the floor, and finally Willenbring comes away with it. Dahl went down hard to battle for it, and then Nate Willenbring came away. Back the other way, Sparby, and he bumped up on top and fouled on the drive by Schneider. Schneider's first, 8.5 now on Apollo. Larson will come in now. Schneider will sit down. And Kip Sparby will be at the line to shoot 1 plus the bonus. Remember, again, this year in high school basketball, we have the super bonus. That means after 10 personals and a half, the teams will shoot 2 free throws as opposed to 1 and 1. Free throw by Sparby is good. Kip now 9 of 13 from the free throw line on the season, has 5 points on the night. Spartans came into the game shooting 66% from the free throw line. So far tonight, they're 3 of 3. 66 is not good from the stripe. I'd like to see that better. Kip hit both of them. He has half a dozen. He's averaging just over 17 points a ball game. 20-11, ROCORI by 9 with 6 minutes left in the first half. Up on top with it now is Keyser. He'll launch a 3. Got it. Paul Keyser with a couple of threes in the ball game has 8 points. 20-14, ROCORI by 6. Carlson on the left wing. Feeds it on the left side for Voigt. Up on top now to Sparby between the circles. Kip dribbling up on top, feeds the right side for Gabe Dahl. Dahl kicks it on the right side for Voigt, cutting through the lane. Runner from 8 won't go, but he was fouled on the play. Voigt double pumped when he got fouled, got it up off the rim, but it hit the back iron and came off, and he'll be at the line to shoot 2. Foul goes against Sean Zollner, and that is his third. So the leading scorer for the Eagles, averaging 21.5 points a ball game, will have to sit down with 3 personals with 5:40 remaining in the first half. Mike Voigt at the line to shoot 2. Has not been at the free throw line much this season for the Spartans. That's just the 5th free throw each shot. He's made 4 now as that one goes down. He's got 1 more coming. 6 points in the ball game. Second one is up and good. So Voigt has half a dozen. Make that 7 points. The Spartans are 6 of 6 from the free throw line. They apply full court pressure now. Keyser breaks the press. Had it tipped away from behind by Willenbring, though, and the ball comes away to the Spartans. Good hustle by Nate to create the turnover. Sparby back the other way. Lost the handle, but Voigt tracked it down up on top. 1 dribble, 17-footer, rimmed out. Sparby got the rebound in traffic and backs it out on the dribble. 1 red shirt, 3 white ones, and Kip came away with the rebound. Voigt has it up on top. 14-footer is short off the iron. Sparby rebound, put back good. Great offensive boards for the Spartans. Sparby has 8. 24-14, the Spartans up on the Eagles by 10. Keyser double teamed in the forecourt, bounces it in the corner for Baines. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. Backside rebound, Sparby was there, had it batted out of bounds by Peterka, and the ball will stay with ROCORI. So the Spartans with the basketball in a 10-point lead with 4:59 remaining here in the first half. Sparby leaves it in the backcourt for Dahl. Now on the right side, Willenbring. Gabe steps into the forecourt now and gets the return pass from Nate. On the right side, Willenbring back to Dahl. Cuts it in, kicks it out for Sparby. 22-footer is short off the iron. Willenbring, though, kept the rebound alive, saved it to Dahl, but it went off his hands to Larson. Aaron Larson had it stripped away from behind by Sparby. Here comes Kip with Keyser to beat, and he's hammered. Absolutely hammered. Paul Keyser was going to make sure that he wasn't going to go up and jam that. Keyser goes over to shake his hand to make sure he's okay, and Sparby will be at the line to shoot too. Keyser's first personal, the 10th in the half on Apollo. Bob Brink a little bit upset, thought Keyser might have fouled him a little bit too hard there. Dean Kessler and Bob Brink having a discussion on the near sideline, and Kip Sparby at the line to shoot too. 4:33 remaining, first half. Free throw by Sparby is no good. He'll get one more. First miss of the ball game from the stripe for the Spartans. They're now 6 of 7 on the night. Kip with 8 points, chance to make it 9 here, and he can match the Spartans' biggest lead. Free throw is up and good. So Kip Sparby has 9, and ROCORI leads at 25-14. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Keyser in the forecourt as the Eagles break the pressure, and the Spartans drop back to a 2-3 zone. Keyser between the circles, lobs it on the left side for Baines. Down low on the baseline. Down there, the shot is blocked by Sparby. The rebound by Schlow, his putback won't go, and the rebound comes away to ROCORI. Brent Schlow with a couple of opportunities, couldn't convert, and ROCORI comes back the other way. Sparby spins, kicks out for Carlson, takes the shot, drives the baseline, 15-footer on the run is long. Dahl, backside rebound, and the putback is good. The Spartans are owning the offensive boards. Gabe Dahl has 4 points. 27-14, ROCORI on top, their biggest lead of the ballgame. Just under 4 minutes to play first half. Keyser against the 2-3 zone has it up on top for Apollo. Picked up his dribble, lobs it left wing for Larson. It was tipped away, but Aaron got it back. Aaron feeds it on the left wing now. Down low it goes Peterka. 15-footer baseline is long over the top of everything, and back the other way come the Spartans. Mike Boyd with the backside rebound, runs the floor, pushes right side Carlson, takes the shot, takes it to the hoop, layup won't go. Put back by Sparby was tapped up and off. Rebound loose on the floor. Keyser and Sparby battle for it. Finally, Keyser comes away with it, and I think he called a timeout to keep them traveling. He did. Paul Keyser down on the floor with a heads-up play, gets the timeout. 3:23. Prep basketball action tonight on Oldies, and off the timeout, Apollo inbounds, and as they try to break the press, Mike Boyd reached in and fouled Paul Keyser. That's Boyd's second. That is 8.5 now on ROCORI, and Paul Keyser at the line to shoot 1+ to bonus. Paul with 8 points on the ball game. He's averaging 10.5 points. Really has been struggling. He shot just 28% from the field, including 1 of 21 from beyond the three-point stripe. That's not the normal way that Paul Keyser plays, and if you're an Apollo fan, you got to believe that when that starts to come around, the Eagles will play better. Free throw is short, though, as Keyser misses it there, and ROCORI comes back the other way. On the left wing, Mike Carlson up on top now for Sparby, dribbling between the circles. Now he's on back to the basket with Larson on him, feeds it on the left side for Carlson. Carlson up between the circles, on their left wing for Boyd. Boyd comes off a screen by Sparby, gives it back to Kip, and the shot goes, but it won't count. They're going to call an offensive foul on Sparby before the shot. And they call Kip for lowering his shoulder. His first, 9th on ROCORI with 3:07 remaining in the half. And a backcourt inbound coming for the Eagles. Tom Peterka will inbound. Now we're having a discussion as to whether or not the clock is right. Discussing what to do here as far as making an adjustment. Now they've put some time back up on the clock. It was at 3:07. They put 6 seconds back up to make it 3:13. Inbound coming for the Eagles in the backcourt against pressure by the Spartans. Larson dribbles it up the far side, feeds it back to Peterka, and ahead to the forecourt to Baines as the Eagles do a pretty good job of breaking the press. Keyser up on top, picked up his dribble. Now he goes on the right side for Larson. Back up on top for Keyser. Keyser feeds left wing for Baines. Cross-court for Larson. Aaron's 3 on the way is short off the bracket. Battle for the rebound, tipped by Sparby, and it comes to Carlson for the Spartans. Ahead to Boyd up the left wing. Voigt up on top for Sparby. Right side for Mike Carlson. Looks inside. Now Willenbring up on top. Nate looked at the three. Now takes it down the paint. Shovel layup good. Pump faked on the three and then took it to the hole. His first 2 points of the ball game. 29-14. ROCORI on top by 15. Here come the Eagles ahead. 3-on-2. Keyser. Nice move in the lane. Shot wouldn't go though, and back come ROCORI. Carlson goes to his knees in the backcourt and leaves it for Gabe Dahl. Now it's Kip Sparby into the forecourt on the left wing. Left side for Willenbring. Down low, Voigt. Turn around. Good, and he was fouled. Will the basket count? Let's see what the idea is here. Keyser fouled him from behind. Will the basket count or not? Will the count? The basket went, and it will count. Mike Voigt with a great turnaround. Fouled by Keyser. The basket counts, and he'll be at the free throw line. Keyser's second. Andy Schneider will check in now for Apollo, and he'll replace Reese Baines. Mike Voigt with 9 points in the ballgame, chance to make it 10 if he converts on the three-point play. ROCORI with their biggest lead of the night at 31-14, a 17-point cushion with still 2:12 remaining in the first half. Tough couple of days for Apollo. Free throw is up and good by Voigt. Voigt has 10. He's in double figures. First person in the ballgame. 32-14, ROCORI. Larson still in the backcourt. Now crosses the line into the trap on the dribble. Had it tipped away. Keyser got it back, though. Keyser drives it down the right side. Dribbles into a double team. Picked it up. Feeds it on the right wing for Larson. Larson outside the arc. Brings it back up on top now for Keyser. Keyser looks inside, can't find anybody, bounces it left side for Schneider. Looked at the three, didn't take it, back to Keyser. In traffic, his runner from 12 won't go, but he was fouled. Knocked hard to the floor, I believe, by Nate Willenbring. That'll be on Willenbring, his first. Paul Keyser at the line to shoot two. Mentioned that Paul's had his trouble shooting. With the miss earlier, he's 15 of 24 from the free throw line. Minute 43 remaining first half. It's 32-14 ROCORI. At halftime, we'll chat with Dave Hinkemeyer, the Spartan girls coach. They've got a big matchup against Apollo on Thursday night at Apollo. That's a makeup from a couple of Fridays ago when the weather was so bad. And that game is a 5:15 varsity start. There's some other commitments in the gym. So the JV game or the sophomore game will get underway right after school, and the varsity game at 5:15. First free throw, no good. Second free throw, also no good by Keyser, and Voigt comes away with the rebound. Spartans running the floor ahead to Dahl, and he missed the shot. Battle for the rebound, and finally the Eagles come away with it. Gabe Dahl missed the bunny on the left side. Minute and a half remaining. We're in the first half. Schneider into the forecourt for the Eagles, dribbling on the right wing. Backing in there, spins it down the lane. Runner from 12 is hard off the bracket, and the rebound cleared by Sparby. Kip spins to run the floor. Tried to lob it ahead to Willenbring, but it was tipped away nicely by Aaron Larson. Aaron Larson with a good defensive play to thwart that pass before it ever got going, and the Eagles come back the other way. Minute 10 remaining in the half. 32-14 ROCORI. Schneider has it on the right wing. Looks inside, now dribbles along the arc, feeds it on the left wing for Larson. Larson up on top for Keyser, about 25 feet away. Bounce pass left side for Turka. Looked at the shot, didn't take it. Schneider up on top. His three is good. Andy Schneider has 7 points, including a couple of threes. 32-17 ROCORI. 45 seconds remaining in the half. Dahl into the forecourt. Up on top for Sparby against the extended 2-1-2 zone. Keyser's in the middle, and he's way up on top, making it almost a 3-2 zone. Spartans will go for one shot now with 35 seconds remaining in the half. Sparby and Dahl play catch-up on top. Now Kip has it, dribbling between the circles. Lobs it down low for Carlson. Kick out for Sparby. Kip directing traffic with the ball on his hip. Now Larson comes out to force the issue, and he hands it off to Voigt. Voigt with Keyser on him, bounces it up on top to Sparby. Down to 15 on the clock. Sparby spinning down the lane. Kick out for Dahl. Up on top Sparby, 10 seconds on the clock. Sparby dribbling up on top, starts it down the lane. Runner from 17 is good. Kip Sparby with the bucket down to 3 seconds. Keyser in trouble in the backcourt, throws it the length of the court at the buzzer. And that's to be Apollo just 1 of 6 from the free throw line. Starting the second half, 34-17 ROCORI, and the Spartans moving right to left with the ball. Sparby, right side, 17-footer, rimmed out. Voigt battled for the rebound, kept it alive, tracked it down, and lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Apollo. Looks like both teams with their starting fives out there, including Dan Hondel on the floor with 3 fouls for ROCORI. On the right wing with it now is Aaron Larson. In the corner for Keyser. Bounce pass down low, Salner. Turn around from the block, rimmed in. Sean Salner's first 2 points of the ball game. He's also playing with 3 personals, and he's averaging 21.5 points a ball game, and the Spartans held him scoreless in the first half. 34-19. First blood in the second half belongs to the Eagles. Sparby up on top for Dahl. On the right side now, Kip Sparby holds it high above his head. Cross court for Dahl. In the corner for Voigt. Back up on top it comes for Dahl. Back to Voigt. He'll launch a 3. Got it. First 3 of the ball game for the Spartans. Voigt has 13 points. 37-19. ROCORI with their biggest lead. Now back the other way, running the floor. Left side jumper by Baines won't go. He missed it from 10 off the glass, and now the rebound by Sparby triggered ahead to Carlson, and as he goes to the basket, he's fouled by Peterka. Sparby with the long baseball pass to Carlson up the right side, and Mike took it hard to the basket and drew the foul on Tom Peterka. That's his first, and the first in the half on either team. Mike Carlson will be at the line to shoot 2. Mike is averaging 16, just under 16 points a ball game. He did not score in the first half. He's at the line right now to shoot 2. Free throw is up, and it rimmed off. Mike was 14 of 17 from the free throw line. He's really done a good job of getting himself free throw opportunities in the first 3 ball games. Spartans will play at Albany on Thursday night, non-conference game, an old Central Gopher Conference rivalry. Second free throw, no good. Hondo rebound, missed the putback, and the rebound is cleared by Peterka for the Eagles. Hondo with another board, but he couldn't get the putback. Keyser back the other way for Apollo. In traffic, kicks it out up on top for Larson. His 3 shot was altered by Dahl. It's short off the rim. Rebound Baines, putback no good. Battle for the rebound, loose on the floor. Last touch by, I believe, Apollo. No, it's going to stay with Apollo. Last touch by ROCORI. We'll broadcast that game on Thursday night from Apollo. We'll be on the air at approximately 7:20 with the pregame show from Albany, rather. Here's the inbound pass, and it's stolen away by Voigt. Voigt got a hand on it. 2-on-1. Takes it to the hoop and lays it in. Mike Voigt with a nice move to take charge. He has 15 points, and ROCORI leads it by 20 now, 39-19 with 6:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Salner's pass down low, tipped away by Hondo, and here comes Sparby. 2-on-2 with Carlson. Sparby takes it to the basket, puts it up and in, and he was fouled from behind by Larson. Larson tried to wrap around, fouled Sparby. Kip put it home, and he'll be at the line to try to complete the 3-point play after the timeout by Apollo. 6:17 remaining. Okay. Kip Sparby at the line after the Eagle timeout to complete the 3-point play, and he does so. He has 14 points, 42-19, and now a foul in the backcourt as Mike Voigt bumps with Paul. Voigt's third personal, the first in the half on ROCORI. Couple of scores. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Clemson leads the Gophers 63-57, but the Gophers were down by 11, so they've gotten back in that ball game. Now the ball is kicked by Mike Carlson up on top, so it will stay with Apollo. And Flip Saunders coaching his first game tonight for the Timberwolves back in his hometown of Cleveland. And the Wolves in the third quarter lead the Cavaliers 66-57. Down low, the entry pass for Salner is tipped away by the Spartans, and they come back the other way. Up the left side, Carlson. He's got it on the left wing. He'll launch a 3 from there, long on the iron, and the backside rebound batted long and picked up by Keyser. Under 6 minutes to play, third quarter, 42-19 ROCORI. Bounce pass left side, Peterka cutting through the lane. His shot is blocked by Sparby, and Kip comes away with it. Sparby with the block, and he came away with the loose ball and starts it back the other way. Left side for Voigt, cutting it through the lane, feeds it out for Sparby. 3-pointer, won't go. Rebound batted up a couple of times, and then finally cleared by Salner, and I think he was fouled by Danny Hondel, and that'll be 4 on him. Bob Brink not happy with that call at all. Oh, it's going to go against Mike Carlson. And that's Mike's first. Second and a half on the Spartans. It would have been 4 on Hondo. Now here comes Apollo. Keyser had the ball in the forecourt, lost it. No over and back call. Looked like there might have been one there, but no call by the official, and we play on. Bounce pass down low, Salner. Spin move, pass, Dahl, and he laid it in. Nice move by Salner on the baseline. Salner has all of the Apollo points here in the second half. His only 4 points of the ball game. Dahl has it up on top. Left wing for Voigt. Now down low, Hondo. Jumper from 7 is short off the iron. Rebound batted out of bounds. Last touch by Hondo. Peterka and Hondo battle for it. Good hustle by Tom Peterka, and Hondo was the last to touch it, and Apollo works against pressure coming back the other way. Larson in the backcourt. Bounce pass left side for Peterka. Fed up the left side now. Down to the baseline, Salner, and he was fouled on the drive. Jeff Stevie into the ball game, helped push that ball up the floor. Foul will go against Gabe Dahl as he fouled Sean Solner on the drive. Gabe's second, 3rd and a half on ROCORI. Again, our next Spartan game comes your way on Thursday night. Inbounds to Solner. His jumper from the paint won't go, and the rebound is cleared by Carlson. Carlson starts it up the floor for ROCORI. Finds a seam. Bounce pass right side to Hondel, and he lays it in. Nice move by Mike Carlson to create the opportunity. Dan Hondel kept right on coming and laid it in. Now back the other way. Keyser takes it down the lane. His shot won't go, and the rebound is cleared off the floor by Dahl. Nice break before by Mike Carlson and Dan Hondel. Now Carlson down the floor. Reverse layup won't go on the feed, and the rebound is cleared by Apollo. 44-21 ROCORI, 4:20 remaining here, 3rd quarter. Larson has it up on top between the circles. Feeds it on the right wing for Keyser. Drives the baseline in traffic. Shot blocked by Sparby, and they're going to get tipped for the foul. Sparby whistled for the personal. That is his second. And the 4th in the half on ROCORI, and at the line to shoot 2 will be Paul Keyser. Paul with 8 points in the ball game. A couple of 3-pointers in the first half. He's 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Apollo 1 of 6 from the stripe. Contrast that with ROCORI being 9 of 12. Free throw is up, and that one is good. So Keyser has 9. And a chance to make it 10 here. 44-22 with 4:16 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Second free throw is up and good. So Keyser has 10 points. He's in double figures. And the Spartans operate in the backcourt, leading by 21. Gabe Dahl on the dribble, ping-pongs across the line, right down the middle, feeds it on the right wing for Hondel. Now to Voigt, cutting down the lane against Keyser. Runner won't go, but he was fouled. Keyser got him with the body as they went down low. Shot was long, but Voigt will be at the line to shoot 2. That's Paul's 3rd, 2nd in the half on Apollo. And Mike Voigt, who has 15 points in the ballgame, including 5 here in the 3rd quarter, will be at the line to shoot 2. Both he and Kip Sparby came into the night with 52 points on the season, just over 17 points a game. Kip has 14 tonight, and Mike has 15. Free throw is up, and that one rims out. He'll get one more. 4:04 remaining, 3rd quarter. Right-handed Mike Voigt, 6'4" senior. Free throw is good. So Voigt has 16. We're at the midway point of the 3rd quarter. ROCORI leads by 22. Larson in the backcourt against pressure. Leaves it up on the right side for Peterka. Down in the right corner now to Solner. Up on top Peterka. Left side Keyser. He'll launch a 3. Rims out, and Voigt crashed hard for the rebound. Mike Voigt with a good strong rebound, and the Spartans come back the other way to Sparby. Cuts it down the lane to the rack, and he laid it in. Good move by Kip Sparby. Saw the opening and took it in. He has 16 points. He and Voigt both with 16, and it's 47-23 ROCORI. Right side Aaron Larson outside the arc. Takes one dribble, bounces it up on top to Keyser. High post Peterka, kick out Larson, back up to Keyser. His 3-pointer is good. Paul Keyser's 3rd triple of the ball game. He has 13 points. 47-26 ROCORI by 21. Sparby dribbling in the backcourt against Larson, spinning as he comes across the line. Feeds it on the left wing now for Voigt, and a whistle and a foul, an offensive foul on Mike Voigt. Going to call him for elbowing Paul Keyser, and Voigt really upset with the official. Nate Willenbring's going to check into the ballgame at the next break. On the right wing with it now. Jumper from there by Stevie won't go, and the backside rebound is cleared by Hondel. Danny's had a good ballgame. Sparby into the forecourt on the dribble. Lobs it down low, and it's stolen away by Stevie. He was looking for Dahl, but Stevie cut into the passing lane to pick it off for the Eagles. Up the left wing, here comes Keyser, spinning down low. Double team there by Voigt and Sparby. Goes cross-court for Peterka. 10-footer is good. Tom Peterka's first 2 points in the ballgame. The Eagles are starting to shoot better, and ROCORI leads it by 19 now with 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Dahl in the backcourt. Feeds it up the right side for Sparby in the corner for Voigt. His 3 is good. Mike Voigt answers with a triple. He has 9 points here in the 3rd quarter, 19 in the ballgame, and it's back to a 50-28 ROCORI lead. Up on top, Keyser. Right side for Peterka. 12-footer is short off the bracket. Solner and Sparby battle for the rebound. Loose on the floor, and it's tied up by Voigt and I believe Larson, and it will stay with Apollo on the alternate possession. Now Nate Willenbring will replace Mike Voigt, who will take a break with the 4 personal fouls. 2:09 remaining, 3rd quarter. Inbound from the baseline coming for the Eagles. Larson lobs it in for Zollner. Makes the catch, takes it to the glass, and lays it in. Zollner with a good, strong move, has 6 points in the ballgame. 50-30, ROCORI on top by 20. Sparby dribbling in the backcourt, backing in on Larson. Now the double team comes from Peterka. He feeds it up the right side to Willenbring. Nate to the baseline, kicks it out for Hondo. Up top, Sparby drives it in traffic. Little shovel layup is good. Kip Sparby just took it right in. He has 18 points, and it's 52-30, ROCORI by 22. A minute 35 remaining here in the third quarter. Larson has it up on top, feeds it on the left side now for Keyser. Keyser dribbling on the left wing, picked up his dribble now. Feeds it back up on top, way away from the basket to Larson. Left side Keyser, three-pointer, good, and he was fouled. A chance at a 4-point play for Paul Keyser. Keyser has found the range now, and Carlson fouled him. His second, 6.5 on ROCORI. Keyser with 16 points, including 8 here in the second half, and a chance to make it 9. Aaron Larson will take a break now for Apollo as Andy Schneider checks into the ballgame. Emmett Keenan with you tonight here on Oldies 94.9 Prep Basketball. Free throw by Keyser is good. So Paul has 17 points, 52-34, ROCORI by 18. Jay Caldwell is our producer tonight. More basketball for you on Thursday night when the Spartans go to Albany. Willenbring dribbling on the left side, hands it off for Carlson. Up on top, Sparby. Sparby tries to spin by Keyser, can't beat him though. Beat on the left wing for Willenbring. Willenbring cuts it through traffic, lost it, but it went out of bounds off Zollner, and it will stay with ROCORI. Nate had it tipped away from behind, but then Sean Zollner got a hand on it and tipped it out of bounds. So Dahl will inbound from the baseline for the Spartans. Gets it in the corner now to Carlson. Up on top for Hondo. Hondo away from the basket, feeds it left side for Dahl. Further up now for Carlson on the right side. High post Willenbring. Nate turns and looks. Had Sparby, didn't get it to him. Right side for Hondo. Hondo outside the arc, feeds a left wing for Sparby. 22-footer, good for 3. Kip Sparby from way out. He has 21 points, and the Spartans lead it by 21 at 55-34. Keyser into a double team. Feeds it up on top now for Schneider. Andy Schneider between the circles. On the left wing it goes for Stevie, and then we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball, I believe on Dan Hondo, holding on Sean Zollner. If so, that's 4 on Dan. It will be on Hondo, and this will be free throws for the Eagles. Sparby has 10 points here in the second quarter. Boyd has 9 points in the second quarter. Sparby with 21 on the night. Boyd with 19 on the night for the Spartans. So the two have combined for 40 of the 55 points. Free throw by Zollner is up and good. He'll get one more. Zollner with 7 points, all in the third quarter. Dan Hondo will sit down now as Brian Stang, the 6'4" freshman, will check into the ballgame for the first time. And even 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and ROCORI in control. They lead Apollo 55-35. Second free throw is up and short off the iron, and a battle for the rebound comes loose to Carlson. Carlson steps away from traffic, has it tipped away, comes into the forecourt with it now and feeds it on the right side for Stang. Up on top for Sparby, and the Spartans will go for one shot. On the left wing it goes for Willenbring. 15 seconds on the clock. Right side for Sparby outside the arc with Keyser way out on him. Down to 10 on the clock. Left side Carlson looked at the 3, didn't take it. Down to 7 on the clock. Carlson dribbling up on top, cuts through traffic, lost it, got it back, lost it again, out of bounds, and it will go over to Apollo on the turnover. So the Eagles with the ball in the backcourt, 3 seconds on the clock. Keyser dumps it ahead, stolen by Sparby. His shot at the buzzer is almost good. A 44. We get things underway here in the fourth quarter. It's ROCORI with the ball, leading by 20, 55-35. Now Sparby cuts it down the lane. His jumper won't go. Got his own rebound, put it up and in, and he was fouled. Basket count, and he'll be at the line to shoot. Sparby has 23 points. He'll be at the line to try to complete the three-point play. Free throw is up and good. Kip Sparby with 24 points, and the Spartans lead at 58-35. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Keyser ahead off the press. Stevie's shot was blocked by Stang, and he saves the rebound. And then a foul is called as Carlson was fouled by Schneider. Brian Stang, the freshman, with the rejection and the save, or the junior rather, with the rejection and the save. And the ball stays with the Spartans after the foul by Andy Schneider. His second, the third in the half, against Apollo, and the Spartans come into the forecourt now. Sparby bumping up on top with Keyser, left wing for Willenbrink. Willenbrink on the right side for Stang. He lost the ball, but got it way out on the floor and hands it off for Sparby. Sparby behind the back dribble by Keyser, tries to feed it down low, got it to Willenbrink, but he was fouled as he did so. Foul out on the floor, committed against Sparby, and I think it's on Keyser. Nope, it's going to go against Schneider, who was helping out on the defense, his third. Fourth in the half, and now Joel Torborg, 5'10 senior, will check into the ball game. Torby will come in for the Spartans, replacing Nate Willenbrink. Inbound from the baseline for Sparby. Starts everybody in motion, now triggers it way up on top to Dahl. Gabe lobs it on the left side for Carlson. In the corner for Sparby. Looks at the three, takes it, and hits it. Skip Sparby is on fire. He has 27 points, 16 of them here in the second half. 61-35 with ROCORI by 26. Lob cross court is for Schneider outside the arc. He cuts it down to the baseline, now kicks it up on top to Keyser. Keyser, high post for Peterka. His jumper from there won't go, and Sparby cleared to rebound. Kip Sparby in the backcourt, feeds it ahead up the left side for Torborg. He stops, goes up on top now for Carlson. His three is short. Backside rebound. Sparby battled for it, couldn't control it, and it comes away to Schneider. He feeds it up the right side for Stevie. Stevie to the baseline, cut off by Sparby. Now on the secondary break, cuts it in. Shot was blocked by Stang, and then Bryan comes away with the tip on the loose ball. Kip Sparby catches his breath in the backcourt and leaves it for Gabe Dahl. 6.5 minutes remaining. 61-35 ROCORI. Now the ball is tipped away from Dahl by Stevie. Stevie comes away with it, takes it to the rack, missed the shot, but he was fouled by Dahl. Stevie hesitated, then took it in. It wouldn't go, but Gabe fouled him. His third, 8th in the half on ROCORI, and at the line to shoot two will be Jeff Stevie. Stevie with a field goal back in the first quarter has a couple of points in the ball game. The Gophers trail Clemson 70-62 in the final minute down in South Carolina, so it looks like the Gophers will lose. Clemson's unbeaten, and it looks like they'll stay that way. Free throw by Stevie is good. He has 3 in the ball game, chance to make it 4. This is twin sister, plays for the Apollo Eagle girls basketball team that will play ROCORI on Thursday night at Apollo. Both free throws good. Timeout Apollo. Hang in there after the ball game. We'll name our Domino's Pizza post-game player of the game here on the Domino's Pizza post-game show. Spartans with the basketball off the Apollo timeout, leading by 24, 6:10 remaining in the ball game. Sparby has it on the right wing, puts it on the floor, feeds it on the left wing for Carlson. Carlson to Stang, holds it high above his head to Torborg outside the arc. Joel cutting through the lane, got bottled up in there, kicked it out in the corner for Carlson. Carlson to Torborg up on the left wing, under 6 minutes to play in the ballgame. Torby dribbling up on top, wraparound attempt by Schneider. He tipped it away, but Joel got it back. Carlson has it outside the arc now. In the high post for Sparby. Sparby had it tipped away, and it comes to the Eagles. Here they come, 3-on-1 if they take advantage. Schneider on the left wing, launches a 3 and hits it. Andy Schneider has 3 triples in the ballgame, 10 points for him. 61-40, ROCORI by 21. Into the forecourt with 5:25 remaining. Sparby has it up on top. Dribbling between the circles, battling with Keyser. That's been a good battle all night. Down low to Stang from Torborg, and he laid it in. Brian Stang on the feed from Joel Torborg, his first 2 points for the ballgame. Back the other way quickly comes Apollo. Schneider on the right wing with Torborg on him. Feeds it up on top for Keyser. 27-footer is rimmed out. Rebound for Turka. He feeds it out to Stevie. Cross court it goes now for Schneider. His 3 is deflected by Sparby, and the Spartans come away with it. Sparby came out on him and got a fingertip on it, and Mike Carlson came away, and Bob Brink wants a timeout. Timeout ROCORI, 4:50 remaining. It's the Spartans. Back in the old East studios. Emmett Keenan with you from ROCORI High School. 4:45 remaining. ROCORI leads it by 23 over Apollo. Tolberg, bounce side right to Stang. His 15-footer is long. Backside rebound is cleared by Schneider. We have a whistle and a foul away from the play. It's going to go against Schneider for going up over the pile. That is Schneider's fourth, the 5th in the half on Apollo, and so the ball will stay with ROCORI. Been all Spartans in this one. Now my apologies, my count is off here. I had that as 6, it's actually 7, so Eric Schmitz will be at the line to shoot. Eric Schmitz into the ball game on the timeout. 6-foot sophomore. Been perfect from the free throw line. Made both of his attempts this season for the Spartans. Now Sparby, did he get in the lane too early? No, he didn't. He hung on, I guess. Boy, it looked like Kip Sparby was in too quick, but they said he was able to hang on. Free throw is good. Schmitz will get one more. Spartans jumped up 18-7 at the end of the first quarter. They led it 34-17 at the half, and they've been cruising here in the second half. The second free throw by Eric is no good. 64-40. ROCORI by 24. Apollo's problem in the first half, same problem they had against Tech. They just did not shoot well at all. Keyser is fouled up on top on the drive now by Torborg. 9th in the half on ROCORI. Joel's first, and Paul Keyser will be at the line to shoot 1-1. And Apollo really got hurt in the first half when they let ROCORI pick up a dozen or so offensive rebounds. Just about every shot that the Spartans missed from the perimeter, and they did not shoot well in the first half, ROCORI didn't. And most of the perimeter shots, the Spartans were able to get the backside rebound and get the putback. Keyser's free throw is up and good. Paul has 18 points on the night. Feel pretty good for him because he's been struggling a bit, struggled in the first half, really struggled in the ball game against Tech, and kind of found his legs a little bit tonight and back in the scoring column, and that's a good sign for the Eagles. 19 points for Keyser, 64-42. ROCORI on top, 4:25 remaining. They break the press easily. Torborg with Stang. Torby to the bucket, and he laid it in. Joel Torborg forces the issue and banks it home. His first 2 points, I believe, of the season. I'd have to look back, but I think, no, Torby had 2 points in the first ball game against Melrose. So he has 4 on the season, 2 on the night. Back the other way, Schneider's three-pointer won't go for Apollo. Backside rebound is cleared by Matt Hansen, who came into the ball game on the timeout, and then he's fouled on the putback. 6-foot junior Matt Hansen in the ball game, got the backside rebound, and he'll be at the line to shoot 2. Torborg's second personal, the 10th in the half on ROCORI. So this is a 2-shot foul, and it'll be all 2 shots for Apollo the rest of the way. Free throw is no good. Hansen averaging 4.5 points a game off the bench. Right-hander, second free throw is up and good. Hansen's first point of the ball game. 66-43 ROCORI, down to the midpoint of the fourth quarter, 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Schmidt spinning in the backcourt, ahead to Willenbring. Nate had it tipped away, and it comes to Salner. Tipped away by Keyser. Salner running the floor. Pushes it against Schmidt, takes it to the rack, and laid it in. Sean Salner has 9 points. 66-45 ROCORI. 3:40 remaining in the game. Willenbring, backcourt, ahead to Torborg. Torborg dribbling up on top, lobs it further out now to Schmitz. Eric will set the offense from way away from the basket, takes one dribble, bounce pass right wing, caught by Willenbring. Nate up on top to Torborg. Torborg feeds it right side for Sparby. Kip looks inside, can't find anybody, lobs it left side for Stang. Stang into the lane for Willenbring. Willenbring kick out for Torborg, corner. His three-pointer is long. Backside rebound kept alive by Schmitz, and he tracks it down in the corner. Feeds it to Willenbring for the wraparound, and it's good. Good look and a good hustle by Eric Schmitz. Nate Willenbring has 4 points, 68-45, ROCORI by 23. 3 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Good to see some guys like Eric Schmitz, Nate Willenbring, and Joel Torborg get an opportunity to play. Pass is tipped out of bounds by the Spartans. Now Greg Beaumont, or rather, my apologies. Lost myself here. Casey Beaumont checking into the ball game. Greg is his dad. Casey, if you're listening to this on the tape later, I apologize. Casey Beaumont, the junior, checking into the ball game. Jumper by Schneider is no good. Sparby was the one who checked out. Kip leads the ball game with 27 points. Now into the forecourt, Schmitz, and he's fouled on the reach-in by Hansen. Hansen's first personal. That's 8.5 on Apollo. Changes coming now as Andy Kleppeter will check into the ball game. And also Chris Lutz will check in for Apollo. Also Ben Vincent will get into the ball game, as will Ben Thompson. Keyser leaves. Solner leaves. Keyser leaves with 19. Solner with 9. Schmidt's at the line to shoot 1 plus the bonus with 2:48 remaining. Free throw by Eric is up, and it rolled off. Battle for the rebound, and finally it's cleared away by Apollo. Lutz has it in the backcourt. I had to Zach Hansen, who's in the ball game for the first time, working up on top against Torborg. Hansen feeds it on the right side now for Lutz. He goes into the high post for Vincent. Vincent on the left side, Matt Hansen. His three-pointer is good. Matt Hansen has 4 points. 68-47, ROCORI on top by 21. Willenbring in the backcourt, spins into the forecourt on the dribble, cuts it down the lane, tried to kick it out into the corner. It was tipped out of bounds by Apollo. Now for ROCORI, checking into the ball game, is of course a number I don't have here. Foul will go against Willenbring, and I'll have to figure out who that is on the floor. I apologize for that, but it's a number I don't have on my program. Haven't gotten this far down in the lineup yet this season. Schmitz on the left wing. Kicks it out up on top for Willenbring, down to 2 minutes in the ball game. Left side for Beaumont, 17-footer is good. Casey Beaumont's first 2 points of the season, 70-48, ROCORI by 22. Up the right wing now, lob pass down low is saved underneath, and then the ball comes away to the Spartan. Ahead it comes to Torborg. He tried to save it, came down hard on the floor, and then Willenbring comes away with it off Beaumont's hands. Nate for 3 is short off the iron, and the rebound is cleared by the Eagles. Matt Hansen ahead up the floor to Lutz. Lutz cutting down the lane, feeds it on the left side for Thompson, and he was fouled on the play. 1:31 remaining in the ball game. And at the line to shoot 2 will be Ben Thompson. Free throw by Thompson is good. Ben is a 6'2" junior. He'll get one more opportunity here. 1:31 remaining. Free throw is up and no good, and the rebound is cleared by the Spartans, and then coming up over the back on the foul was Chris Lutz. Again, I'll see if I can pick up who Jack Bell says this is in the ball game. Jack is shaking his head too. He has no idea who it is either.
Jason Crone.
Oh, Jason Crone, okay. Thought I might have recognized him. Jason Crone, the freshman, who has done such a nice job on the sophomore team this year, getting an opportunity to play here, and he missed the free throw. On the rebound, the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Apollo, so we'll go back over to ROCORI. So that's Jason Crone in the ball game. Got a nice rebound. Did a pretty good job underneath to get himself in the position to go to the free throw line. Jason, a 6'4" freshman who has done a real nice job so far on Gary Distel's sophomore team. Joel Torborg has it on the left wing. On the left side, it goes in the corner now to Beaumont. Beaumont driving the baseline, and he lays it in. Casey Beaumont has 4 points. Another youngster from the sophomore team, Jim Willenbring, is going to check into the ball game here in just a moment for the Spartans. On the right side, it goes for Apollo. Chris Lutz has it. His pass in the high post for Vincent was tipped away and out of bounds. Last touch by Joel Torborg. Jim Willenbring will check into the ball game now. I believe that's Jim. I'm going by sight. I hope that's Jim. I'm going by sight again from the sophomore game. Let's see what Jack Bell tells me here. I think it's Jim Willenbring. Jim Willenbring in the ball game. Okay. He'll replace Nate Willenbring. Some more changes for Apollo now as Adam Klepeter comes back in. Jerry Ramirez checks into the ball game for the first time, and Chad Matthews will inbound at midcourt for the Eagles with 52 seconds remaining. Coming into the forecourt with it is Klepeter. Now into the high post, and the ball is thrown away. Vincent tried to kick it out, and he threw it away with 45.7 seconds remaining. Beaumont will inbound for the Spartans from the near sideline, gets it into the backcourt for Schmidt. 72-49 ROCORI. The Spartans will go to 3-1 on the season and 2-1 in the conference. Schmidt with the jumper in the paint won't go. Rebound batted out of bounds. Last touch by ROCORI. Next Spartan action comes your way on Thursday night here on Oldies 94.9. Up the interstate to take on Albany. We'll bring it to you here, 7:20 for the pregame. Feed down low for the Eagles. A wraparound pass by Thompson was tipped away, and Beaumont comes away with it in the corner. Casey Beaumont, and he carried the ball or double dribble. So on the turnover, it goes back to Apollo with 24.6 seconds remaining. Stay tuned for our Domino's Pizza post-game show. We'll name our Domino's Pizza player of the game. And I can tell you right now, you'll be surprised by it. And I've already decided who it is, and you'll be surprised by it. Up on top, it comes to Chad Matthews. On the left side, Ramirez for three. That won't go. Battle for the rebound, and Beaumont does a good job to pull it down. Triggered ahead now to Torborg. Bounce pass to Jim Willenbring. He lost the handle, batted out of bounds. Last touch by Jim. So it goes over to Apollo with 11.5 seconds remaining in the ballgame. In the backcourt with it is Klepeter. Klepeter up the right side for Ramirez. Jerry puts it on the floor once, feeds it up on top for Klepeter. His runner is short off the iron. Rebound by Crone. He throws it the length of the floor at the buzzer. The ball game is over. A big win for the Spartans at home. They beat Apollo